So this is going to be a video on how to position correctly for a Ceph and how to properly address the touchpad. So I'm going to hit Ceph. The first thing I have to do is hit the R button. And then what I want you to be aware of is how the sensors are going to position. The radiation is still actually coming from this side of the machine. But what's going to happen is this sensor is going to rotate so that the radiation shoots directly over to the sensors on the Ceph. Okay? So watch what's getting ready to happen. So now you see the sensor is rotated so that when we shoot, the radiation will go across to the Ceph sensors. Okay? So come back in with me. I want to go through the different settings. The default for the Ceph is a C3, which is the Ceph that cuts off the back of the skull. If the doctor prefers the full skull, just hit the C3 button, and now it's called C3F, which is full skull. The other options you have are a C4, which is a hand to check growth plates if needed. You also can do a posterior Ceph, an anterior Ceph, but the default, of course, is the C3. Okay? So now we're going to walk over and I'm going to show you how to properly position the patient. So I'm going to have my patient, I'm going to have them come into the machine and they're going to turn around. I want them to stand with their feet shoulder width apart, and they're going to put their left hand over the right wrist. Proper standing position, okay? You may have to adjust the height, machine height, so that we can get these temple supports to go into the patient's ears, okay? So I'm going to bring you forward just a little bit. These you have to close manually. Be careful not to close here. You'll put too much tension and you can break the supports. So we close from up here. And I get the patient to usually help me get them into their ears properly. Okay? Then we're going to bring this down. This rotates down. Okay? You have to be careful because this will drop automatically. So I have him off-center just a little bit. So I'm going to bring this down, put it directly onto the bridge of the nose, and then this pushes in just to rest up against that. Okay? Then we're still going to use the laser lights, and I'm going to walk in front of you just for a moment. I'm going to cut the laser lights on. And I still want to go with the Frankfurt horizontal. So I still want to be at the eye orbit. So I'm going to move this up just a little bit. And I want to go here to the top of his tragus. I know that I have the patient level for the image. And now the patient is ready to be exposed.